The film A Separation from Iran by Mr. Asghar Farhadi wins the Golden Globe Prize in 2012 for the best foreign films. This is the first from the US for the Iranian movie industry. We are pleased with the news and we wish to congratulate Mr. Farhadi and his crew for this great achievement and for the job well really done. We are also here to congratulate the Iranian movie industry people who have in the past several years made great movies and won great prizes throughout the world. In 1998, Mr. Majidi's The Children of Heaven was nominated for an Oscar, which unfortunately it did not win. The news of this prize is particularly good because these days, unfortunately, most news from the US for the Iranian people is negative. It's all about sanctions, isolation, it's about covert operations and even threat of war. We hope that this becomes a beginning for the recognition on both sides that beyond this political rhetorics and disagreements are real people, real culture, and real lives. As Mr. Farhadi said in a short statement, and we are so pleased that he said that the Iranian people are truly peace-loving, and they are particularly peace-loving when it comes to the United States, a country they respect and they cherish. Mr. Farhadi, to me, is a new beginning in the Iranian film industry. He comes into this particular industry with a new philosophy. The film itself starts with a very simple episode of a wife and a husband trying to argue whether to stay in Iran or leave. The wife wants to leave because her life condition isn't good or satisfactory. The man, on the other hand, wishes to stay because he has an obligation toward the sick father. Is that sick father the country itself? We don't know. And obviously, Mr. Farhadi doesn't tell us. It is for the audience to decide. And this brings me to the next point in Asghar Farhadi's philosophy, is the language. His language is diplomatic, often vague and symbolic. His film reminds me of the Iranian national poet Hafiz, who says things symbolically, and those symbolic words have remained alive and powerful throughout centuries. Farhadi is perhaps the Hafiz of Iranian cinema. That's my hope. I'm not perhaps exaggerating. The other point is, of course, is the people in this Farhadi's movie. In Farhadi's movies, particularly in A Separation, people are seen as being either idealist or realist. Again, he is not talking about them in terms of these words, but you can feel that there are people who have idealistic positions and others who are really more realistic about what can or cannot be done. The wife here obviously is an idealist, while the man is a realist to some extent. And also the people seem to be very pragmatic. even the realist seems to be, I'm sorry, even the idealist seems to be pragmatic, and realist it certainly is. Beyond that, the people in Farhadi's movie are good people. The wife who wants to leave the country is not a bad person. And indeed, her position is well justified in the movie. On the other hand, the man who wants to stay is not also either a good or a bad person. His position to stay is well justified as we see it in the movie. So it's not about wrong or right. In fact, for Farhadi, the most important thing in life is gray, neither black or white here. And the life condition is often ends up in a gray situation. People, including those in the film and the audience, are often suspended in terms of what is happening and what kind of decisions have to be made, who is right or wrong, and what's going to happen next. Everybody is kept guessing. And in most cases, the guess end up to be wrong, and something completely unpredictable emerges. The people in the film are peace-loving. And I think when Farhadi said that Iranian people are truly peace-loving people, he really meant it. The film shows that these people are peace-loving, even if everybody has a plan, and everybody involved in some kind of an intrigue. But again, at the end of the day, they are as good as you can get. There is nothing mean about them. Indeed, these people are the victim of a set of institutions, laws, civil relations, personal upbringing, and more importantly, the environment. So, in a way, Farhadi's philosophy in this film really reminds me of this the philosophical tradition that sees life as sum total of chance and occurrence. Throughout this film, it is the chance and occurrence that is speaking, that makes things happen, and that throughout this happenings, Farhadi makes its people in the film to really try to make their history, try to make their case, try to win, and try to put things in the right direction, argue for a better, a more understandable compromise perhaps. But at the end, most of them fail to achieve what they had planned in mind, in action. In a way, in his movie, the people are making their own histories, but not the way they want. They are conditioned, constrained by institutions, laws, environment, civil relations, government regulations, and the rest. So here you have a new philosophy emerging in the Iranian cinema, I believe. My hope is that Farhadi continues with this tradition and make more movies. The separation is also slated for the next Oscar prize. My hope and those of the American Iranian Councils is that the film wins a prize, an Oscar prize, for a screenplay or for the directorship or whatever that it is. I think the film is deserving, and it will be a great statement for from the U.S. for the Iranian people. Again, I don't wish to make this case political. Unfortunately, everything in U.S.-Iran relation has become political. But then again, this particular film is making a statement that certainly goes beyond politics, but at the same time has political implications for US-Iran relations. Let us hope that this movie and others win increasingly more and more prestigious prizes, and in front of us is, of course, Asghar. We wish good luck for Mr. Farhadi, for the Iranian movie industry people, and for the Iranian people. Let us finish by congratulating the Iranian people as well for these achievements by our Iranian movie directors. Thank you for watching and listening.